You're watching Chicago Bears now after a drubbing by the Cleveland Browns. They knock off the Bears 26-6 in Week 3 of the NFL season, and let's break it down here on today's postgame show. I'm your host, Harrison Graham, here on Chicago Bears Now. Make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss any of our coverage here on the channel. The Bears win. Not. I wanted to say that. The Bears lose 26-6 to the Cleveland Browns in Week 3. This game has gone final. The Browns win it 26-6. Justin Fields struggles. The offensive play calling is worse. The offensive line even worse than that. It was 26-6, and it wasn't this close. The defense forced a bunch of field goals, got some fourth down stops, but had no chance because the offense literally put up a historically bad performance. We'll break it all down here on the show. But first, what's your one-word reaction to today's loss for the Bears? A lot of words come to mind. And, yes, we're going to rip into Matt Nagy today, so don't worry about that. I rocked the jersey today. Maybe the orange is bringing bad luck, but, man, that was an absolute disaster. What's your one-word reaction to today's game? My one word is just that. Disaster. This was an absolute disaster in Justin Fields' first start. It really was. And a lot of it was out of his control, but he was just, man, harassed by the Cleveland Browns. You look at the stats here. These are real stats for a quarterback who started the entire game. 6 of 20, 68 yards, 12 yards rushing, no touchdowns, no turnovers, which is amazing considering how many times he got sacked. I believe he got sacked. I'll just pull it up here real quick. 9 times. 9 times he got sacked in this game. Wow. Unbelievable in Fields' first start. All of the hype in the opening start for the Chicago Bears, and Justin Fields just gets harassed for 4 quarters. Disappointing. A lot of thoughts. There's just no other way to break it down other than to say it was an absolute disaster. The offensive line and Matt Nagy didn't help. Not only did they not help, they didn't hurt, or they were a disaster. An absolute disaster for this Chicago Bears team today. I thought Nagy had a shitty game plan. I thought Justin Fields wasn't giving a fair chance. This offensive line gives up 9 sacks. I get it. Myles Garrett is good. I get it. Jadeveon Clowney's a good player. 9 sacks, though? 9? That's with a mobile quarterback. Maybe Fields held onto the ball too long a couple of times, but I hope this doesn't carry over. This is the type of game that could really kill a rookie quarterback's confidence. So just a disaster. The offense was a joke today. We'll show some more numbers later on in the post-game show. Grade Justin Fields' game against the Browns. I don't know how you grade it. I really don't. I mean, it's a D or F because the numbers are so bad, but he was given so little chance by his coaching and by this offensive line that I really don't know how you evaluate Fields in this game. That's the worst part about this. You can't even evaluate much coming out of this game because he just had no chance. I guess it's an F or a D, but anyone who wants to say he's a bust, that is an extreme overreaction. We'll have overreaction Monday tomorrow. I'm sure that'll be a storyline. Justin Fields is a bust. Not a bust. A lot of things going against him next week. We got to see improvement from him, but especially from the play calling and the offensive line next week against Detroit. So the Cleveland Browns, they win it 26-6 over the Chicago Bears. The Bears fall to 1-2 on the season. The Browns improve to 2-1 as we move ahead to Week 4 coming up next week. More thoughts on today's postgame show, which is why you guys must subscribe to the channel. The latest Chicago Bears news, rumors, live streams, and a whole lot more. We're going to go live for every single game here on YouTube. It's youtube.com/BearsNow. The link is down below, so go ahead and make sure you share that link with a friend. We crossed 33,000 subs. Thanks to you guys. You guys are the best, but let's keep it going. 34K just around the corner, and win, lose, or draw, no one's going to cover the Bears better than we will here on YouTube. My goodness, the offense. Let's talk more about it. 114 total yards. That is not a mistype. That is not a typo. That is not fake news. They ran 42 plays, got 114 yards. That's an absolute disaster. An absolute disaster for this Chicago Bears offense. There's something to go to after this trace anyway. We've got some time. But, my God, just a total disaster. By the way, I don't even think this is right, actually. If you take out sack yardage, it's 114 yards. But if you count sack yardage, it's 42 yards. That's how bad it is. One passing yard as a team if you take out the sack yardage. That is just, wow. That is absolutely unbelievable. Matt Nagy's seat has to be getting warm at this point. It just has to. Like, I've defended him. I've gone to bat for him. I've said he doesn't have his quarterback. And I don't want to overreact after one start, but it doesn't get worse than this. It can't go that bad, man. You can't be that inefficient, that ineffective. The seat has to be getting warm. You really have to take a look at this if you are this Bears management, this front office, this ownership. Things got to change, and they have to change quickly. Otherwise, it's just going to be bad, man, and things aren't going to change. If I'm Matt Nagy, I got to consider going to Bill Lazor as my play caller. Like, wow, an unbelievable bad first start for Justin Fields. And I think a lot of it is not even on him. That's what makes this so frustrating. So I'll straight up ask, should the Bears fire Matt Nagy right now? Should they fire him today? Type Y for yes, type in for no. They obviously won't. I'm not even saying that they should this second, but his seat, it's heating up. I'm starting to turn a little bit on Matt Nagy. There's got to be some adjustments made in very, very quickly, and if there aren't, you got to make a change, man. I just don't know what else you can do at this point. The defense. Now, you look at the total yardage, and you're going to say, God, they got gashed, right? Well, yes, but the defense actually did a damn good job. 5 sacks, including 3 sacks on 3rd or 4th down of Baker Mayfield. Stuffed the Browns twice on 4th down early in this game. Guys, this game was 3-all with 2 minutes left in the first half. This Bears defense played fairly well. When the offense is going 3 and out consistently, you get tired, man, and that's what happened. That's what happened when Deion Bush missed a critical tackle out in open space of Kareem Hunt. They ran out of gas, man. You sack Baker Mayfield 5 times. That Browns O-line is one of the better units in the NFL. They got after him. Yeah, the secondary didn't make as many plays as I'd like, but overall, I mean, sure, 26 points is a decent amount, but again, a lot of that is just, the offense not giving you any help. Defense fought hard. They did what they could, but they just ran out of gas, man. They really ran out of gas in this game. I don't fault them at all. I thought the defense gave a solid B effort. This was a fine performance by Sean Desai's group on defense. No takeaways, but 2 4th down stops, 5 sacks. I mean, that's a good Browns team. You went in there. This defense played decent enough to have a chance to win this game, but the offense gave them no chance, and that's just the reality of the situation. Maybe you want to bet against the Bears the rest of the season. I wouldn't blame you. Go to BetUS. Go to chatsports.com/Bears. The best sports book in the game because they give you a 125% deposit bonus. Use our promo code BEARDOWN. It's all one word. Put down $100. You get $125 for free. And for you new BetUS customers, you have until the end of Monday Night Football. After you do all of that, place a bet on any game, NFL, baseball, whatever it is, and then email us, jersey@chatsports.com, and then we'll hook you guys up with a brand new Bears jersey. We'll confirm that you got signed up through the link, chatsports.com/Bears. Use the promo code, place the bet, all of that good stuff, and then we will get your jersey size, your info, and we will ship you a brand new jersey. Khalil Mack, Justin Fields, whatever jersey you want, we'll hook you guys up. Jersey@chatsports.com. I do want to shout out some of the guys on defense. Robert Quinn, hey, man, 1.5 sacks, and it could have been 4 or 5. He was really good. Didn't finish on a couple of opportunities, but he's getting after it, man. He's never going to be worth the contract he got, but kudos to him. He's playing well early on this year. I think he's got 3.5 sacks in 3 games and a lot more hurries and pressures. He's doing his job. He did really well. Khalil Mack had a good game, briefly left with a foot injury, but came back in the second half. He had 2 sacks. This front was pretty damn solid for Chicago. I think you got to feel pretty decent about the defense here. I really, really do. Don't think there's too much to complain about on that side of things. And then Odell Beckham Jr., 5 catches, 77 yards in his first game back. Pretty good overall for Cleveland. I thought he looked good for the Browns. So for any Browns fans watching, he looks pretty solid overall. Some of the other news and notes coming out of this game. So you add all that up, and the Bears get smoked. What happens now? Week 4, Bears, Lions. Who you got? This is a must-win for Chicago, coming back home to Soldier Field. Type CHI for the Bears, type DET for the Detroit Lions. You got to get back to 500. So I hope Chicago wins. The Lions are not nearly as good as the Browns, but they've played a lot better. So Big game. CHI for the Bears, DET for the Lions. Who you got in this Week 4 matchup? All right, there you go. We're going to sign off momentarily here. Cleveland Browns, they crushed the Bears 26-6 in Week 3. Back to the drawing board for Matt Nagy. Lots of heat he's going to take this week. I'm sure as we speak, he's getting hammered in the post-game press conference. So I'll be curious to see what he has to say there. Overreaction Monday tomorrow. So subscribe to the channel. YouTube.com/BearsNow. We'll keep you guys up to date with everything surrounding the Chicago Bears heading into Week 4 against the Detroit Lions. So appreciate everybody watching. Get subscribed, and we'll see you soon. Okie dokie. We'll get some shout-outs, and then we'll get out of here. Chicago or Detroit. Kev says it's going to be a tie. Steven Jackson says Chicago. Firefields from Jam. Come on. We'll catch up on those super chats, too. I think we got some. Chicago from Steven. Browns dominated. Yeah, no shit. They dominated. For all you criers that wanted Fields to start, you really think Andy Dalton wins that game with the way the offensive line played? Do you honestly think that's possible? There's just no way. There's just no way. Let's see. I'm not even seeing them anymore. I know we got some super chats. Shout out to all of you who sent them in. They disappeared on us. I'm not sure what happened. I guess when the stop-start happened, they went away. Appreciate all of those. Sorry we can't put them on screen. They disappeared. Our software just bugged out for some reason. But appreciate everybody. Appreciate all the questions. Subscribe to the channel. They're gone. He's got them? Oh, Trey. Okay, Trace can read them off for you guys. We can't put them on screen. Producer Trace is going to do it for you guys.
All right, well, shout out Meme Cream. Fields is the biggest bust of the draft. I was just kidding, by the way.
Okay.
Harrison started laughing at that.
All right.
As RQR6 said, Matt Nagy basically put Myles Garrett in position to succeed more than Justin Fields.
To not chip him is a joke.
Yeah.
Absolute joke.
And then S Hooch sent $5, and then Ryan Turner also sent $4.99.
Appreciate it. Guys, we got to stay positive. Hopefully it gets better sooner rather than later. Subscribe to the channel. It's youtube.com/BearsNow. And we will see you guys very, very soon here on the show. Overreaction Monday coming tomorrow afternoon.